everybody, I'm Liz Falp, the Green Smoothie Goddess and founder of Power Life Academy, where I teach women to be sexy, powerful, and productive, and to find this power inside themselves, connecting with their bodies and learning to listen to their body and use their intuition, rather than using diets and external things that really just lead to deprivation and cravings and ultimately don't last. So today I'm talking about holidays. Specifically today I'm going to talk about Easter. Holidays are a really big thing that comes up for people in my programs, where they'll be going along drinking their green smoothies every day and really just craving healthy foods and really doing well. And then a holiday comes up and they kind of get sucked into their old patterns of, just eating junk. I mean, our holidays seem to revolve so much around food, and especially sugar, and really, foods that just aren't supportive to just having energy and being sexy and powerful and these kinds of things. And so what I've found is that, like with Easter, for example, we'll be going along and eating really healthy, and then it's Easter, so we eat that first Cadbury egg, and the first one we eat, it tastes so sweet. I mean, it's really like too much, but because we're in this, habit, and we have this association with these things of being, family bonding and tradition and holidays, we just kind of go along with it, and we eat these things, and at first they taste kind of awful, and then we start to develop this craving for the sugar again. And then, weeks after the holiday, we're still dealing with these cravings and feeling like this kind of robot that's just like driven from one sugary thing to the next to the next. And so I really like to find some alternatives, some other ways that we can still have all of the fun and excitement and tradition of these holidays without all of the junk. And so what I've got today is some ideas for Easter, since Easter's coming up. And what I first want to point out is just some alternatives to candy at all, or to food at all, because there are a lot of options out there that I've found have been really fun for my kids, and really they just don't need bags and bags of candy. So the first thing you want to do is find some good containers, because the things that I'm going to show you are going to take up a little more space than candy, and it'll be a little bit more difficult to hide unless you do this right. So I found these eggs just at a grocery store, just at Smith's. And these are, they have actually nested inside. So they have this really big size, which is what you really want, is a lot of the really big ones, and then these other two sizes. And I'll show you what we can do with these. And another container idea that I found are these cellophane bags. So there's this littler size, I just dumped them all out. This littler size that are cute little Easter designs, and then these bigger sizes. And so what you can do is then you can buy things like this 3-pack of bubbles at all $1, and then you can stick the bubbles in this little bag, and then when you hide this out in the yard, the kids aren't going to think this was just a thing of bubbles that got left out there. They'll know this is part of the Easter egg hunt. And then you can do things like Play-Doh. So a thing of Play-Doh like this will fit inside one of these, probably just the biggest size. And then you can just hide that in the yard, and the kids can find the Play-Doh. Now, I want to talk just a little bit, pretty much all of these things I got are from all $1. And I know that a lot of people kind of feel like the toys there are so cheap and they just break, and I don't want my kids to have more junk to clutter the house with. But what I feel is that we kind of have these options, right? We have these holidays where they want to have fun things to find and little toys to get. And what we end up doing is just giving them candy, because that's going to be gone, because it's just a temporary thing, and it'll be consumed, I guess, is the idea. So I just try to think of these things as consumables. When the Play-Doh dries out, I throw it away. When the bubbles are gone, I throw it away. When the little cheap toy breaks, I just throw it away. And so I would rather have my kids have little junky toys that I can just throw away than have candy that they're now eating and consuming, and then it's now on their bodies, and it's causing them to get sick and causing them to crave junk and not to eat the healthy stuff that they need. So really, I think that toys and Play-Doh, and the ones I'm showing you aren't terribly junky, but even junky toys, if your kids love them, I think go for it. Just let them have fun with them, and then when they break, throw them away. So here's some other ideas I came up with. So the regular bubbles, and then these bubbles are ones that you can actually catch in your hands. They're kind of like glue or something. So what I would do on this is maybe cut a little bit of this packaging off, and then just stick it in one of these bags and hide it in the yard. Some glow sticks. You can do the little glow sticks or glow bracelets or glow necklaces, and again, put them in one of these little bags and hide them. Or you could put them in, if it's the necklaces, you could put them in one of the bigger bags. And then another option, my kids just love Post-it notes. They just think they're fun, and you can get, you know, plain ones like this, or you can get more fun, like shapes and designs of Post-it notes. Just other kind of craft things. So like this modeling clay, you can just take this and just bend the top down and put it just in one of these bags. So this is another thing of modeling clay. Just put it in one of the bigger bags with the little twist tie at the top and hide that in the yard. And that's kind of a fun idea. I've also got all of these books that are just kind of like fun puzzle books. So like Wheel of Fortune, Word Seek, Pat Sajak, some kind of word thing, word search, different kind of things like that that you can just put in a bag just like that and hide in the yard. Or card games. You can get big ones like this. They have like even little tiny card games that you could probably fit in the eggs if you put them in the bigger eggs. And also, my kids just love doing stuff with paper. They do origami, they draw things, just all kinds of stuff. And so this is just like all this colored construction paper that they could use. And so that's another thing you could hide in a bag. This may sound funny, but just balloons. Kids love balloons, like especially littler kids. So I'll stick 1 or 2 balloons in one of these eggs and hide those. Or you can get the bigger punching balloons that have the little elastic that you can punch and stick those in one of the bigger eggs. Some other ideas are stickers. So I kind of went nuts with the stickers. I like these little foam ones. My kids like to use these to make little scenes on papers. So they'll take the people and the sports and the vehicles and the animals and, you know, create these little scenes. And so these are really easy because they're small and you could put, you know, just a little handful of those into each egg and hide those, and those are fun. I've even hidden Band-Aids in eggs because my kids love Band-Aids like they're stickers, right? So I've gotten Angry Bird Band-Aids and put them in eggs. You can also do, like for my older girls, I've got these little pretty stickers, and what I would do with these and with like these kind of stickers is I actually just would cut. So I'll just cut a little strip of them off, and then you can just kind of roll them up inside one of the eggs like this, and then they've got just a little strip of stickers inside the eggs. So I could do that with any of these sheet kinds of stickers. You can even just do these, you know, regular old like gold star stickers that we had on our papers growing up that our teachers put on them. And another idea is just like, there's little things like a jump rope you could stick in one of these bigger bags. Hide that in the yard. So a jump rope would be fun. I have a teenage daughter who, you know, maybe some of these things, she likes the craft things, but some of them might be too young for her. So some ideas for her are, I found these cute little, these again were just at the dollar store, nail art little bottles. So just different like glitter that she would put nail polish on and then pour the glitter on top, and then when it dries then she would put another coat of this on. So these could all, you know, they could be individual or all together in one of the littler bags like this. And you can also do, so you can buy these earrings like at Claire's and just cut little sections like this, and you could do 1 pair in each or a couple of pairs, and you could just stick them in one of the little eggs like this. And what I do with things like that that are specifically for one of my kids is that I'll get some of these little alphabet stickers and I'll put their initial on them. And if you have kids with the same initial, you could do a couple, like their first and middle or whatever you need to do, so that when they're out finding things, they find the things with their initial on it. I've also done it where I just did color coding. Everyone who, you know, each kid had their own color, and I put colored dots on the eggs that were there so that while they're out looking, they're looking for the red dot, and they know those are the eggs that are there present. So this was what I did actually last year is I bought them. I didn't want to do I didn't do the cheaper toys idea. I did Lego sets. So I got each of the kids a Lego set because they even had, you know, Lego sets for girls. And what I did was, actually I don't think they were this big of sets. They were probably a little smaller. This has 355 pieces, but you could get one of like, you know, one that's half that big. But basically what you do is you just take all the pieces out of it and you just put them into an egg, and then again use that sticker, that colored sticker, so that they know which one of them is their set, so that they don't get mixed up. But you just put the pieces inside an egg, and then they go and hunt and find all the eggs with all of the pieces to their set, and then they have their complete set, and then you can, if you want, you can give them the box that it came in. So those are some ideas of non-food items and things that you can do for Easter for your kids. Now I'll show you, because I still think it's fun to have some kinds of treats, and I just, you know, I think that that's fun for them too, so I'm going to show you some options for that. So here's some ideas for just healthier alternatives for treats for your kids if you still want to do some treats for Easter. So if your kids aren't eating tons and tons of sugar, they're going to appreciate these kinds of things a little bit more. And so this is my kids. They eat, you know, just not tons of sweets, and so they actually do appreciate healthy treats. So one thing you can do, and I thought these were individually wrapped, but they aren't, that you can buy little rice rolls like this that are kind of like a Rice Krispie treat, but not nearly as sweet, but just still a yummy treat. And you could find those and put them in those cellophane bags and hide those. And there's, I love just the freeze-dried berries, and my kids love these too. And so again, if the eggs are clean, or if you want to put them in the baggies, you can put little, just like freeze-dried, or these are like roasted plantain chips. These are dried green mango. Just little fun things like this that are going to be healthier but still fun. These are a little bit less healthy. They do have sugar in them, but they're power berries. So these are acai, pomegranate, cranberry, blueberry, and then they're dipped in dark chocolate. So it's not going to be as bad as most of the other treats that they would get. And then there's these mini peanut butter sandwich cookies. And so again, they're organic. They're healthier than normal. You know, things like that you would find if your kids, you know, just whatever kind of things they love, you can just do a healthier alternative of it and put those in your own little containers, either in the eggs or in the little cellophane bags. And then there's these suckers that are, you know, they're evaporated cane juice instead of sugar, and it's just going to be less preservatives, less of the food coloring and, you know, just chemical kind of things. It'll still be a little sweet treat, but not nearly as bad as the other alternatives. And so again, you could buy a pack of these, and then I don't know, they may even fit in the eggs, or you may put them with, you know, a couple other things in a little baggie and have them find those. So those are some food options to keep, just to keep that fun tradition of finding treats and finding toys and things like that that makes Easter fun, without getting all of that junk and all of that stuff that's just going to make you feel sick and actually make you get sick and make you crave sugar for the next month to come. So I hope that that was helpful to you, and I hope that you can find some fun things like this to do for your holidays and just create those new traditions that are going to create the associations with fun and with positive things for your kids when they, so that they have an easier time staying healthy as they grow up. So thank you so much for watching. And remember, this is Liz Phelps reminding you to be sexy, be powerful, and be productive today.